everything's working now. Right. So looking at it, why is it not showing Rimworld? Why is it just a black screen? There we go. Alright, so it's been 2 days since we last streamed. Well, one day, I guess. No. 1 day in between would make it two. But yeah, near the end, we did suffer a potential mechanical, well, electronic issue, I guess, which caused it that the last 2 minutes it canceled out the stream. Not sure why. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that. However, going off of a recollection of what we're doing, we have landed in this location in an attempt to travel to this crashed mechanoid platform. We're trying to get there before Edie or Eddie goes into her Luciferium withdrawal. So she's at 25%, which will cause her to go insane and die. And I'd rather her die in a blaze of glory than have her die to, I don't know, Nord or Dave. No, Dave can't even harm her. But he can probably bore her to death. So that is a chance, I guess. Um, Making sure we have everything working. Sound alerts appear to be working. However, it mentioned it dropped, so it didn't work. Shame. However, looking here, I did not realize it, but there's a gold vein. We're going to mine that gold. The gold is, well, I'm not sure exactly what we want to use it for. Turning off power in these so we don't need to use the power. Wanda, can you get prioritizing on that? There we go. Quest-wise, we have for 6 days, the Fallen Empire wants to keep these 2 prisoners, and then we'll get 11 honor. The honor is, well, powerful, especially that Dan is our main monarch kind of person. Okay, psychic drones, so females are in a worse mood. However, Wanda's unaffected because she's psychically null, which I actually did not know you could not have someone, whatchamacallit, be, they have to be psychically affected in order to become a Mechtor. Which kind of caught me off guard, I guess. There's crows here, so we're going to tame the crows. Or try to. Because currently we have 2 crows, a vulture, and a rat. The rat I can probably just kill. Mainly due to the fact it can't do anything. It can't protect or anything of the like. My mic is working. Yes, it is. Alright. Audio is all good. And we've tamed a crow already. Today is just our lucky day, isn't it? The crows just made it that they'll have a baby. I'm scared. Not really. An army of crows would be so scary, though. Imagine just you and your, I don't know, 5 buddies decide to attack this colony. Because they're literally a flying ship and 100 crows come at you. At that point, just leave. Alright. What is she making? Oh, the EMP launcher. Edie, I don't think you should be doing that if you're going to be dead soon. Oh, she's already at 13%. 12%. Alright. Edie, I'm gonna have you drop your knife. That way it's easier to deal with you. Oh, with that, we'll go back to our original living space, besides having this room as that. Just building a few more bed places. Instead of using fur that we can sell, we're going to use the bricks. Oh, I see. So the boxes can only hold small animals, such as the crows. While it cannot hold bears. Which this is the game where we managed to bear self-tamed. Alright, a flash storm. Oh my, I completely forgot to set it to rice. So now we just have potatoes, which do not grow that quickly. Oh dear me. And then they have chinchillas. You know, oh my goodness. I forgot how bad fires are in this biome. The grasslands is like a death sentence. Which does remind me, Wanda, while trying to tame a cougar, did have her ear and thumb bitten off. So she's kind of not doing good. What's going on with the audio? It's cutting out. At least on my end. Or maybe I'm mistaking something for something else. Otherwise, maybe the fire is dropping like the frame rates, potentially. Because, you know, it is a lot of fire. But yeah, since she is going through her lack of luciferium. What just broke? I just heard something break and I don't know what it was. The fire continues to spread. Cold snap. Ah, so I guess the plants aren't going to grow anyways. Well, we've almost dealt with the fire that would have risked our ship. However, I can tell they're exhausted from it. Beat those out. Alright, there we go. Now we are mostly safe. But geez, fire really kills the entire environment. The beauty of the map just a hibiscus. Hibiscus. I'm losing my brain cells, by the way. Oh no! Crow 2 was beaten to death. You shattered its head and neck with your fists? Wow. Yeah, she's going into a rampage due to Luciferium. Alright, Dan. I'm going to need you to deal with that. Same with you, Nord. I was hoping she would die to inglorious battle. She killed the second crow. Girl. Stop killing all the damn crows. She killed all the damn crows. Where's Wanda? Why didn't I draft you? You can probably deal with it. She literally killed all our crows except one, which is a one we just like managed to get. Okay. I'm normally a cool guy, right, Edie? But the medical bed is being turned into a prisoner and we're harvesting your organs. Capture. She's no longer a colonist. I could care less what happens to her. She killed my crows, man. Out of the 5, only one survived, and there's only one out in the wild, and it's male, and the one we have is male. So we won't have baby crows, I guess. This is why we're going to remove her legs and harvest her organs or something. I don't know. But let's make sure she doesn't die first. So we are going to install peg legs on both of her legs. What do you think you are doing? Yeah, so 3 crows are dead. A medical emergency. Unfortunately, I can't turn her into fuel for the ship as much as I would want to. She'll eventually die without her Luciferium. Oh, she's no longer incapable of walking? Let me fix that for you. Your legs? I hope you enjoyed them while they were. Wait, can you not remove peg legs? I thought you could remove artificial limbs. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, it failed on her? Oh, ain't that just a shame. Alright, add Bill, remove her peg leg. And then I want you to harvest her kidney, her lung, and then probably her heart. Probably. I don't know. Hey, Ash. Yeah, no problem. Welcome in. It's nice to see you again. Yeah, so right before you actually came in, we had one of our colonists went on a rampage and killed basically all of our crows. We had 5 pet crows, and she went on a rampage and killed 4 of them. So we're removing her legs to then steal her organs as punishment, because no one touches the crows. That's like America. You do not touch the ships. In this game, you don't touch the crows. Wow, you just had surgery done on by someone who doesn't even know what medicine is. Yeah, exactly. So I gave her a peg leg, then removed said peg leg. So now she should be able to run at all. Because there were female chickens. I mean crows. Like we were gonna have crow babies. And then they just steal that from me. The colonist was what we got from a vent or something, and it was like you couldn't see like the stats of the colonists, and it turns out they had a luciferium addiction. So that's why they went into a berserk rage. I was hoping to send them off in like a blaze of glory, but I guess no, they get executed as one does. But yeah, since we're here, before we leave, maybe set up chop wood. There's no wood here. The fire didn't help at all. It just kind of made things worse. Oh, I completely forgot to undraft the robot. Well, mechanoid. She was crushed to death during surgery. We couldn't even steal her organs. Why is it considering her a colonist? She wasn't a real colonist, but everyone's happy. Um, Basically, everyone's happy because everyone was a rival to her, except Wanda. Wanda, you did the operation that killed her. Why are you complaining? She wasn't an ally either. Well, I guess I have to bury her now. Otherwise, Dave might go in another catatonic state or something, like he did when the child died. Which was a shame. Okay. Then we can change it for colonists. Change it to that, and then change this one to a medical. And assigned colonists. You know, I thought capturing the individual would cause them not to be considered a colonist anymore. Alright, prioritize burying her. Oh no. All the chinchillas went crazy. Okay. We're just gonna have to bury her elsewhere. We need to get out of here. Those chinchillas. Those chinchillas were going to eat us alive, man. So I guess we're off to the platform before the chinchillas can get to us. Hopefully there's more crows here. Maybe get a self-tamed thrumbo. Alright. So this is the first time I've actually done a or crashed orbital platform, but it reads, the remains of an orbital platform are skewed nearby. Be careful, the wreckage contains hostile mechanoids. The graph core signal is coming from somewhere within the crash site, so we have to just get good and have good luck, I guess. We'll we'll land here. But yeah, it's a shame because Edie was going to be our kind of like shock trooper in this event. Oh, we're not going to be able to leave for a longer duration. Alright. Alright, damn, just prioritory. Jeez, what is going on with my language? I am not able to speak. Alright, let's bury her. Then get lucky, I guess, with this. Does look like there's some timber wolves, a grizzly bear. Imagine if we could get another grizzly bear, that would be so amazing. However, Wanda already suffered some harm. Alright, now I'm gonna wait till morning to do anything, but I am going to have probably Myrtle, Nord, and Wanda start exploring the cargo pods. Ooh, plasteel. That's a pretty good one, actually. But we're going to try entering a few of these doors, see if we can't get a scout, like a scouting out of the ship. Well, platform. Because I do think these have the little, like, genetic tubes that have the, you know, mechanoids in it. Wait. Oh, you were all the way down there. Sorry, well. Alright, so we have a Scorcher in there and several peons, so let's just disallow access to that room for right now. Since right now we're just trying to do scouting. Seeing what we can and can't do. Okay. Oh no, run. Alright, so it knows we're here. Wanda? Ooh, Myrtle? Get it. Alright, glad that's over. Alright, you two go in. Oh. How's Myrtle doing? She's doing quite fine, given the circumstances. Alright. Let's tend to your wounds. They're not bad wounds, but much. You know what? I think I'm just going to clear out these test tubes. Well, vats. Well, yeah, ancient mech vat. Let's actually break this open. Let's deal with it. Nord, why are you in a bad mood? Oh, because you're in pain. And this is a very ugly environment for you. Oh, it's a Scorcher. Good thing we have melee fighters to kind of like block their, you know, their fire attack, because I'd much rather not have everyone turned into like a souffle. Alright, but with that, I am going to... Okay. I'm gonna undraft you. You get home. Well, get in the bed. That way Dave can possibly give you medical care. Myrtle. I don't even know why I call her that when that's clearly not her name. Okay, that room seems to be all clear at the moment. So I'm gonna have you open that door. Oh, that room's also empty. I'm not seeing any signs of hostiles. I think this might be a hallway, though. You are right, you are right. You actually have not even gotten to base yet. Okay, yes, so that is a hallway. So let's go over here, I guess. Oh no. Okay, we got some turrets and some smaller Militors. So the turret, I'm not sure how we're going to bypass that. We were working on an EMP launcher before coming here because I knew I was going to need it. However, things clearly didn't go to plan with that because Edie started working it and she went insane. Now, Dave, tend to him, please. Alright, more hallways. I don't like hallways very much. Alright. That area is cleared. Okay, there's some vats here we might need to clear out before we get farther. More hallways. More vats. Alright, so looking over here, there's nothing of really value on this side of the platform. So it's definitely near the bigger platform on the bottom. Hopefully things go well, but I can't be for sure. No, okay, so hostiles in here, but there's a sealed crate. We might want to try getting that, but for now, I'm going to tell everyone. Oh, guys, don't go in that room, because I don't want one of the bats to accidentally break open and suddenly run ended. Alright, undraft you guys so you can take care of yourselves. Gonna wait for Nord to heal up a little bit. Wait, did he butcher up the crows and eat them? I think he did. Oh no. Alright, well let's hunt those. I want to try taming Timberwolves, but I don't know how well that will end up for us. But yeah, looking at it, this is basically all searched top to bottom. The only thing of value in this side is probably this one sealed crate that might contain gravlet panels. Otherwise, like a psychic lance or something. Myrtle, did you not heal yourself? Should be able to. Maybe I'll just build another medical bed. Nord, you're getting heat stroke. Yeah, it's going up. Yeah, that would do it. Alright. I think this has to be installed elsewhere. Right, we're going to turn off the heaters right now to maybe cool off a little bit. Pods arrived. Oh, I didn't read it. Oh my goodness. I thought it was the quest for the prisoners, but no, it looks like it's the refugee. Let's see here. Okay, it doesn't say anything. Oh, wait. You could tell them that you would accept goodwill with them or not accept goodwill as a reward. Jeez. I, the more you know. If I'm not mistaken, this was given to us by the refugee we saved. And then we have a war trader. Wow. The first thing she does is put on the shirt that her person that I think it was the refugee um, uh, gave us. Which is a shame since that would have gone to Dan due to, psychic and mechanoid person. Alright, let's look what we got here. They have two female Lin. I don't know how to pronounce it. In my head, I hear it and I say it correctly in my head, but the moment I try speaking out, it just does not come out correctly. So, looking at it, nothing real of value besides buying these two creatures, which will cost us about half our money, but we can even that out by selling some of our gold. So let's see. How much would 50 get us? Okay, selling it all would only make us somewhat positive. So I guess we'll just sell it all. Congratulations, we have two pets now. They just need to be tamed. Because apparently they were not tamed. Alright. So, these things are not tamed, however, I do think we have enough to, maintain them type deal. So we're going to set the owner of the beds, anyways, from the crows to these. And we'll just make more boxes, I guess. So we have two female cats, I guess. Which hopefully when they're trained, they will be able to fight for us and save us the time and effort. We're creating a little dumping zone for clear all but toxic waste packs. Yeah, we're just gonna do some, how do we say this? Lobbying. Okay, I thought I escaped crazy chinchillas only to run into something far worse. Crazy turkeys. Alright, two of our people are out hunting. It's only Wanda. It's only Wanda and Merit. I need to change her name if she's going to be a colonist here. I'm just going to change it to her first name of Mary. Oh. I guess I don't need to worry too much about crazy turkeys, I guess. The tribals are doing it for us. Ooh. 7.2 days. Needs people to help set up a training ground. One colonist for 16 days. for either honor or goodwill. The goodwill would be good due to the fact that, well, by building that monument, since we left, it was considered traitorous. Why are you in pain? Just do some recreational things, I guess. There's still a mad turkey, and it's heading straight for the traders again. Imagine being the turkeys and being like, yeah, let's attack these people, just to get bodied. Alright, how's your needs? They're acceptable. Let's see what's in here. Oh, the vulture will follow her due to her training. Alright, no active enemies in there. However, we have a bunch of vats. That would be the easiest way in. So I'm going to disallow going in there and wait till we can get everyone healed up and ready to fight. They're still dealing with some bruises. Ah, they're leaving already? You should have stayed. And then eventually, I know I'm going to either have to make this room smaller or make this room smaller in order to make everything look more symmetrical. Because that's the one thing that was driving me crazy last game, is because how badly I planned it, it was driving me crazy with how not good it was. Fertility. Fertility's good over here, so let's create a small grow zone of rice. Okay, I think morning comes, we are going to have... Where did you get the gunshot? Mini shotgun? Oh, I think you got that when we first got the mechanoid powers. But yeah, there's a lot of vats here compared to here, where there's only, what, 4 max? Yeah, 4. There's, like, double. No, there's a vulture. Wait, that's a female vulture. What's ours? Ours is also a female. Alright. Is there a male vulture? There is. I want to tame it. And I want to have vulture babies running around to join the army. Alright. Let's get everyone down here, I guess. Before we'll deal with that, let's see if there's any easier ways. Alright, Mary, you know the drill. And we are noping out of that room. For now. Oh dear. The mechanoids have woken up. We got one just kind of out, I guess. Guys, are you going to do anything? You know? Oh yeah, they definitely noticed us. Ooh, Wanda. That's not good. Alright, we got in melee range and managed to deal with it. Wanda, you're burned. It's not good, but not the worst I've seen. Alright, we dealt with 2. If we try breaking the wall here, which is already damaged, this one being the most, but we want to go for something close to the enemy, we'll be able to get through this safely. Safely as we won't get obliterated if all these cracked open at once. The 8 vats. I still hate how that one person stole our breaching axe. It would have made it so much easier, but no, instead we're kind of stuck doing this, I guess. Oh, Dave, why the heck are you in there? Dave, no. Why did you think going in there... Oh, he tried cleaning the floor. How did you even... They went through that door. Where's the Cyclops going? I'm gonna undraft you, and everyone, we will have to go back. We have to make sure we deal with that. Ah, they destroyed their cooler. How... Are they trying to shoot our head? I paid good money for that animal. Don't you dare kill it. Alright, it's coming. Alright, Mary, you charge it. Wanda, you charge it as well. You and Dan go here. Oh, it's like it's scared or something. My crow! Why do they always have it out for the crows? It's like they have a personal vendetta, like the crows stole their lunch money in elementary school or something. Prioritize tending to the cat. Alright, it's dead. Good. Now we have to finish building that freezer. Alright, we locked that door so they can't go in there. Another mistake on my part. So we officially have only one crow. One of our vultures is injured a bit due to a gunshot with a machine pistol. Oh, I wonder who is the only person in this colony that uses such. Oh, her middle toe was just ripped off, apparently. Oh, right, I forgot to set that as medical. Oh, that does reduce research speed by a lot, just it being in there. Alright, looking at the animals, they seem to be mostly fine. Okay, Wanda. You... Yeah, you're going to be very slow due to the fact you're pretty bruised up. Oh, and the shuttles have arrived for the prisoners. So, oh, it's still landing when I paused. Right, let's do that. And Dan, since you were just about to go to sleep, I am going to ruin your entire night and tell you to carry these two fully grown individuals. Oh, I guess not. The lifter just dropped it right in front of the dude. Send. Quest complete. And we have an acolyte. So, in order to accept this quest, you need a throne room that satisfies the requirements of an acolyte title, 2 braziers, no altars allowed, and clear the map. What if I don't want to? Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Wait a minute. What if I load this all the way up? Alright, yep, she'll crack that open and get steel, I guess. Oh, yeah, let's clear your prioritized work so you don't work to death again. Inspired recruitment, Dave. He will successfully recruit the next prisoner, regardless of difficulty or resistance, as long as they're not unwaveringly loyal. If only we had someone to do that with. But no, we don't. Alright, Nord's coming back, bringing food to butcher up. Alright, let's get everyone back to it. Wonder. Alright, we're about to break through, and we have a slave ship. Dave, talk to them, I guess. A paramedic. A genie. Or a child. It doesn't really tell any information about... Oh no, it shows... Okay, I guess we learned something new. So, dude's amazing at research, mining, crafting, and medicine, and melee. But, no. What about this child? Since they're a child, they suck. Vac suit is broken, so we'll just sell it. And I guess the same with the Molotov cocktails. And in return, we could pick up 3 medicine. Alright, and they're just about to break through. If I'm not mistaken, so let's get... Ooh. Seriously, Timberwolf, you got to attack us right when we're doing a special military operation? So inconsiderate. Beyond considerate. Alright, well, we're about to break through. So Mary, get there. Or attack. Alright, then back up. No, not the vulture. Alright. Your range is not that far. You're going to have to... Alright. Vulture's no longer on fire. Where... Oh, they're going for our base, aren't they? Those cheeky little mechanoids. That mechanoid really is scared of us, I think. Alright. Are they entering through the door? They are. Attack them. Dave, I do not want you going in there. Alright. We've cleared out those. Wanda's injured a bit. But with that, this room's been cleared up, so we are going to go down and see what loot and goodies we got from this sealed panel right here. Well, crate. Okay. Not that amazing, I guess. Alright, let's see here. There's a door here, so we'll just set everyone like so. There. Alright, well, we found the panel. Problem is there's a turret there. However, we can use this as cover, I believe. And there's 2 scythers. We're going to disallow that for right now. And Mary, I'm going to have you... Yeah, no. We're not going in there. Mind you, we still have like half of the platform to explore. However, I believe we get the gravlet panels and the grav core by destroying this over here. So that's what we're going to do. But first, we're going to have everyone return to base and heal up. Wanda and Crow 5 have formed a bond. Wanda has named him Tomba. I would have named him Tobias, personally, but you do you, Wanda. She gets a mood buff. Alright. I cannot have that, I can't have them die, so I'm gonna disallow while they're drafted. That way she'll keep the buff hopefully for longer, unless if another mechanoid breaks the cooler and tries killing them to death. I need to make sure it's frozen. So let's just, I don't know, do something like that. I'm gonna put the shelf there to make more room for the storage of carcasses. Rice isn't growing all that quickly, but then again, this is not meant to be, we're not meant to be here forever. We're just here to try getting the loot and getting out. Kind of. I do want to explore the rest of it. But I'll wait till Mary's healed up from her bruises and Wanda with hers. Nord and Dan are alright. But again, they're not our most important. Because having a melee fighter against the ranged mechanoids will cause them to kind of like not able to shoot us, so. We need those people's alive and all well. There's still no wood to really get here, which is starting to become a slight issue. Can wild boars be trained? No. But yeah, the hope is if we survive long enough and not die due to my stupid mistakes, like last series with that battery blowing up and burning half the ship, we are going to maybe make Wanda our super soldier. Same with Mary, if she's still around. Kind of like modify them into being superhuman. Re-enable power for those. I didn't reload. No, I didn't. Why is it re-enabled? Alright. Can you guys heal up a little quicker here? We're kind of on a deadline. But yeah, I I was actually going to mention earlier, I thought animals, if they were followed around by a human, they would get a mood buff, but we weren't getting any with any crows. Oh, you're just eating the timber wolf? Okay. We'll select allow on it, so they'll hopefully bring it in to be cooked and prepped into nutrient paste. The best thing on earth. Let no one tell you otherwise. And it's frozen now. Good. So the last person we're waiting on for recovery is Wanda, but Wanda just recovered. We'll wait till morning. Wait a minute. No, we'll go now. No, Wanda was just out about, I guess. Alright, let's... Hopefully I know what I'm doing. So, shooters there, but melee fighters... The ancient grab. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. If the shooters move out first, the melee scythers will go after them. However, I need someone to get to the turret and destroy it. So let's see. Wait, now I can stun scythers? Amazing. Oh shoot, wanted to know. Alright. Undrafting you. Rescue Wanda, and... Alright. We'll come back for the grav core once we make sure no one's gonna die. Nord has become a very important fighter in our colony. Alright, Wanda, you are closer to death. Oh no, Mary's actually closer to death. Mary... Dave... Oh, you cannot heal her. Girl, go to bed. So I can tell him to manual heal you. Alright. Now they're just gonna need to heal up. I do think... Do we get gravlet panels? Or just the grav core from that? Otherwise we're gonna have to do more exploring once more people are healed up. However, we still have that quest for requesting colonists, which we could do for the goodwill or the honor. Which, if we get high enough honor, we can even call in like small squadrons of like janissaries. Hidden mech. Oh, another one. If we want to have another person have mechanoids. Which, one thing I've heard, apparently at the end of the quest line with the grav ship, if you kill the final boss, all you're locked out of all mechanoid things because you kill the mechanoid faction as a whole. So if you have not progressed with your mechanoids, like your mechatoid progress, you're locked out of it because they don't exist anymore because you can't call in threats. Which I found that relatively fascinating. Don't know if it's 100% true, but it might be. Alright, everyone, I know we're all injured still, but let's go back in. Mainly because there's no seeable threat right now. So, fire. Alright, there's some grapplet panels, but definitely not enough to consider this the full amount. So we do have to explore more. Which I was hoping not to do, given how dangerous it is. But going on the quest for the crash platform, it does say gravelet panels are on the list. And currently we have just enough to build an anchor, which we are going to do that at the bunker complex, because the bunkers we want to turn into our base. And of my knowledge, they're always like a comfortable temperature, so we can make our own little vaults down there. Kind of like throw all our wealth into the bunkers from time to time to prevent, whatchamacallit, raiders. We'd probably use the Vetnometric power cell to start that base up, but then eventually turn into like not hydroponics, that's water. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Why do you have the flu? Don't get the flu. That's not good for you. Alright. I'm a little worried about that. But it looks like with the tending quality we did, it's slightly above the progression. Because we spent some good money on those house cats, and it would be a shame to have them die. Alright. Oh, you're making a vac suit? And you're about done with it. It's poor quality, but someone can wear it. Where are you going? Oh, you're trying to tame a vulture. Can you tame it? You failed and there was a 28% chance. How could you? Okay, so Mary's wearing a vac suit now, which is good. Because I believe vac suits are really good for fighting. Well, not very good, but better than cloth clothing. So it has the protection given against sharp damage. Oh, okay. So it looks like they're able to. They're very good when it comes to blocking sharp weapons, and shirts have a slight on as well. Okay, so that's good to know. Muscle parasites. Oh. Alright, well. Dan, I guess you need to get that fed. And Dave, prioritize tending to him. Sucks, because he's our main, you know, individual when it comes to shooting. So, looks like it requires 300% in order to get rid of, if I'm understanding correctly. Alright, well, if that's the case, we'll recruit these people. So we'll be down a man. Really not what I want. Right. Alright, there's a turret in there, but looking in it, nothing really of value, so we can... we can probably not consider that a room worth exploring. There's some damaged walls, which makes sense because, you know, it crashed. We could try sneaking in and seeing what's in this room, but we'd need to be quick. Because I believe they break at one at a time. Could be wrong. Alright, Wanda, I want you to go and hack that. Dave, what are you doing? Oh, right. This will solve the issue. There we go. He won't be trying to get himself killed anymore. Hopefully. Alright, we got a Hermetic Crate, which has the Wanderings of Evron, which, let's take a look at it. Max level 14, but it gives 438 XP per hour for Artisan. That's all right, I guess. Okay. So definitely not important, I guess. So I guess we're just going to run through. Okay, I can tell they're starting. Oh my, Wanda doesn't even have her blade. Here I thought I picked up the blade again. I guess not. So I guess everyone except Mary. Mary, you are a sacrificial lamb. Alright. We got a lance, a pikeman, and a sentry turret right by a door. Ooh. Mary, run. Alright. Nord and Dan, I guess you guys need to come back. Wanda, let's have you grab your knife. Where did they put your knife? I'm looking here and I'm trying to see the legendary tag because it was a legendary knife. They definitely picked it up. Where is it? um. All right. Why does things not even with the word starting with K show up? Right. Right. I think we're getting somewhere. No, we're not getting somewhere. Jeez. The one time my inability to really remember words off the top of my head. Um. Yeah, no, where is it? It's not here. I'm not that blind, right? Hmm. Now I'm just confused. Normally I would see the tag where it says legendary knife or something like that. But I'm just not seeing it. You didn't leave it outside, did you? Hmm. Knife. You know, let's see. I swear, if it's no. My god. Once again, it was right in front of me, and I did not notice it. I guess Mary has to fight to prevent being doused in flames. So we might lose Mary. Yeah, she's being shot. Okay. Will the mechanoids go back inside, please? Oh no, they're going for the kill, it looks like. Mary, why are you trying to go in there? Alright. It's like they... Okay, they're just gonna be wandering around. Alright. Dan, rescue her, please. And Norden, you. Cover fire. Alright. Rescue Mary. She can get a better weapon. I believe a Gladius is a lot better. Then let's get out of here. Okay, we cannot stun them for long. It's dead. Okay, so Mary needs... Okay, she lost her thumb this time. Okay, so it looks like all good entryways lead into danger rooms. This room only has that one turret, so I think we'll just deal with it. Mary, rest until healed. Seriously? Oh, Wanda. Forgot to undraft you. I was wondering why you were just standing there. Alright, do a mass harvest of the heal root. As much as I want to do this, I can't, due to the fact that I need everyone, like all hands on deck, to find more gravelet panels here. Cosmic Advent, lit campfire or something. Okay, we're exploring these doors to see what we can find. Who would have thunk it? More, vats. Alright, we got hallways. There's a sealed crate in there. This leads into that room. That's another vat, but there's only 2 vats in there. Means when we have a healed up crew, we might want to check that out. Because it leads into one room and then another room. Alright, Dan, what are you doing? You're trying to tame the vulture, I see. I am a little concerned about the lack of medicine because, well, medicine. We are getting rice, but we're going to cancel sowing, so they will just harvest 1 harvest. You have a lot of injuries, nor do you only have a few mini shotguns. You have scyther blades, and you have muscle parasites. Groovy. Finally, we are restocking on food. Whoops. Animal filth, I know. Alright, yeah, Wanda's going around cutting up some herbal medicine. And we've officially tamed another vulture. One being female, one being male, which means we might have more vultures in the future. Hmm. I do wonder how we are going to plan out the bunkers, though. Because, like I mentioned, we are planning on the quest for the grav ship, the ancient stockpiles. We are planning on setting up a grav anchor there and turning the underground places into like stockpiles slash bunkers. Kind of a homage to our first series on Rimworld, the Extreme Desert Survival, where we built into the mountains. But now we have an actual way of building a bunker, so to say. Alright, Mary, you aren't fully healed, but we need you. So, where's the steel gladius? I'm gonna have you wear one of those. Well, use it, I mean. So, that's clothing, revolver, gladius. Alright, let's draft you, you, and you. Alright, gonna have everyone go down. Okay, Mary and Dan are really slow. Don't blame them, really. Oop, you don't want to go through them. For all I know, these won't even activate. However, the chance that they do, I want the full crew here. Alright, empty room. Empty room. Okay. Hallway. Which means if there is gravelet panels on the platform, it's in one of these rooms that we have not been able to get into. This room has a pike in. So if we rush it with melee, we might be able to overpower it. Alright. The turret, it has a long range. It can shoot anywhere in the room. So we'll go down here to avoid, like, the wall. Okay, Mary and Wanda, you're up. Alright, Mary, Dan, you guys go here. Wait, Mary and Wanda, go for the turret. Damn, what's with Nord getting shot in the head? Okay. No! Vulture! Vulture 1's dead. And Wanda took more damage. Things are just going amazing, aren't they? Alright, well, I guess I'll undraft you. And Nord, you are the fastest one, so rescue Wanda, and you, I want you to haul. A blast door took 2 points of damage, so 100 hit points from that explosion. We did lose our vulture, so no vulture babies. I'm really sad about that. Unless there's more vultures. There's trainability on red foxes. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's upsetting. The door leads into another building. Okay, so this orbital platform might just be glitched because there should be something there, but it leads straight into the abyss. Yeah, this just leads straight into like a courtyard. Alright, we have a Scyther, Minotaur. But we have 3 sealed crates next to each other. That's usually a sign of Gravelet panels, because they're always grouped up together. Okay, Dan. Just a few more doors. I lied. That's the last door. Get out of there. Cyclops. I already remember what happened to Jock last game. I do not want you to be, like, permanently brain dead. Oh, wait, who are these? I didn't know someone came. Oh, it's a... Oh, no. Well, Dave, I guess, is having his mental exploration, to say the least. Which means we can't rely on him. We have nothing to trade. Frigate encampment. We don't need that. What we do need is to get into this room. Looking at it, we could try breaking the wall here to get out the turret out of the way quickly. And that will get the Scyther and Minotaur within our range. But we have to wait till Dave is up and everyone's healed. Oh. Oh, that's quite not good for us. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Fallen Empire. Or, in this game, yeah, they're called the Fallen Empire in this playthrough. Thank you for fighting off that wave. We're not equipped. Oh, and they're just leaving now. Oh, someone survived? Let's take a look at their stats. They're alright. They would be a melee fighter if we managed to tame them. So, let's get the prisoner. Dave. Capture her. We need more foot soldiers. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna make it. He's not the fastest, and medical supplies is not the quickest, but... Wait, why did you only grab one? Beggars does... Alright, well... Person died. Shame. We will make it that they can have corpses of humans. Yeah, no, we can't give away silver. We're too core for that. Alright, so it looks like they're starting to haul back medicine. We're going to get rid of the rat. Because we can't use it for anything besides just walking around, I guess. Wanda's starting to heal, same with Mary. However, let's get you equipped. But yeah, if these are what I think it is, this is literally the only reason we've stayed after getting the grav core. More gravlet panels to expand the ship. Dan, are you still in your mental break? Oh, another vulture. Let's try taming it. Alright, and just like that, we've harvested our rice. So I'm going to actually set priority to important. That way they should grab the rice from storage and put it in there, I would hope. That way it stays fresher longer. Oh. Unlink. Alright, there we go. Best speeds. Alright, Dan is finally going to slowly recover. Once he gets his mood up, we are going to try breaking into this room. And then with that, we are going to hope it's the gravlet panels, otherwise we have to do more urban exploration. Everyone's favorite pastime. Looking into production. Oh, no, should be looking at biotech. I could technically clear up some of this room. To get a more tier 1 mechanoids, which I think basic mech tech, we have the weak shotgun shock troopers, and then we have the lifters and Agra hands. So we could basically build like 2 Agra hands to focus on farming when we're, busy. But lifters are also very important, especially given the nature of speeding, kind of like when taking off. Right? Everyone's back to full strength. But one thing I will notice is earlier the stun wouldn't work on mechanoids. But now it seems like at this location they do work. I'm slightly confused about that. Alright, well, with that, everyone, we're going to our favorite pastime, home invasions. Just imagine being 1,339 years old and you're sleeping right next to your buddy that's 1,722 years old, and a bunch of bugs basically break down your wall to kill you. Mill the Renegade? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Alright. Just like that. Alright. Alright. Like that. Now Wanda, open that. Mary, open that. Nord, open that. Oh no. Mary, fight. Good. Alright. Like I said, grablet panels. Just like that. Undraft. Wanda, you'll be fine. Get to the base, and then worry about your health. Alright. With that, I think this place is, frankly, not our worry anymore. Oh, we did tame the fox. We tamed our little red fox. But with that, we officially got everything we came here for. We have more gravelet panels, which means more gravelet structure. So this will cost us 56 gravlets. So that will still leave us a lot. Animal disease, vulture 2. I swear, we need to make like a dedicated medical facility to make more medicine. The amount of medicine we've been needing to rely on. Alright. So with that, I'm going to be right back. Chat. I'm going to click this to be right back, and I'll be right back. Alright, and I am officially back. Sorry about the wait. Right. So, like I said, we're expanding the ship slightly. Guess we can also do a harvest of the berries before leaving, just to get a little bit more food. Since we've officially completed our mission of getting the panels, which I'm really... Oh my goodness. I did not change the screen. Alright, there we go. It should switch screens. Okay, there we go. I just had to relaunch the second screen I watched to make sure everything's working intended. Okay. Taking a look here. No dropped frames. Amazing. This game's really good for not giving me dropped frames. I'm so used to getting dropped frames from the other games. They're finishing up this room. Not exactly sure what I want that room to be, though. If I'm being honest. We already have a storage room. We have a freezer. We have a shrine room. A little crafting room here. I think I might temporarily set this as the mechanoid manufacturing room, just to get some Agra hands and lifters. Maybe a Militor or two, but I think we want to prioritize on support. The ship's looking like a cube, which we're hoping to fix that the bigger it gets. I just want to make sure... Oh, an Borealis. Yeah, so we currently got a room, an additional room. Oh, it's in biotech. It's been a while since I've touched anything with the mechators, or mech... I don't even know what you say. Mechanoids? Mechanoids, yeah. I haven't messed with the biotech DLC in some time. So, yeah, like since our first playthrough of Rimworld. So we're just going to set up a subcode encoder and a mech. Yes. I cannot speak that word. You would think I'd be able to speak it because, you know, my first language is English, but no. You have to be unable to say proper words because you talk too quickly, nor do you really think about it. Alright. And it looks like since they aren't fighting and recovering, they are mostly doing their normal work. I could move this bed over here. Move it into here and have this the medical slash miscellaneous room temporary. But first moment of business is getting some basic subcores made. Probably two, I think. Because lifters and Abrahams can be drafted to fight. However, they're not good at it. What's going on out there? The fire trucks are quite loud. Okay. Now let's look at this. Advanced lights, gunsmithing. I do want the gun turret, so we're going to go for that. Because then we can set up some, like, substructure by the doors and have them set up to defend. Alright, and then, so it looks like we can do Resurrect. Oh, we can get a clean sweeper, which would make it that people won't need to worry about cleaning anymore. A constructoid, which I don't think we need a constructoid. I believe we should just make a clean sweeper and a lifter. And I believe the only person is Dan who can do this. So I'm going to prioritize that he works on that. Then once we have to leave this location, we're going to go to the ancient mechanoid complex and have someone else be elevated to the stats of, you know, someone who makes mechanoids. A mechator. That's just how I'm saying it. I'm probably very incorrectly pronouncing it. Right, doing another mass harvest grab to hopefully grab more medical supplies before leaving. Because shockingly, we burned through our medicine. Alright. But yeah, it does look like potentially one of my friends is streaming, so if they're still streaming when we stop streaming, we might raid them. Maybe. Depends if they're still streaming. Alright, there's going to be a party. Clean sweeper will be done in 1.3 days. But looking at it, now that I think about it, he can have up to 6 tier 1s. So I'm going to have it that he will build 3 more subcores, and then we're going to, you know, just leave it as is, I guess. Gonna tell them to mine that, and then mine the compact machinery. Because we aren't able to make components yet. Keyword being yet. We do have a pretty good lab, so we should be able to eventually do it. Gonna reinstall the bed over there. That way the laboratory gets its 110% research speed. This room, set it as a hospital. It doesn't look like a very good hospital, mind you, but it's a hospital nevertheless. Oh my goodness, compact machinery. Who would have thunk it? There's actually a lot of it. So I think we're just gonna mine it. I am worried about the bear though. If it gets hungry, it might hunt down whoever's near. I want to say we are doing quite fine for ourselves. Alright, Dan, prioritize getting it out. Alright, and then we're going to get one more lifter made. So we have a cleaner bot, which means the base should almost always be clean, because the bot has no needs besides charging. But yeah, I kind of forgot how just helpful it is to have mechanoids. Mainly because we never went to the facilities to actually become them. Alright, mechanoids are actually coming in now. So, how's the compact machinery going? We'll launch. Alright, we got everything on board. Good. Now, let's... Okay, there's nothing really, but we have the ancient compound. So we're going to check it out. That way we can have maybe... I don't know. I would say Dave become a Mechator. However, the fact that he is unable to fight makes me question that, because mechanoids require... What is that? Okay. Facility is right over here. We're gonna just land right here, I guess. Right outside the front door. Because we are going to have another person, which means we can have a total of 12 without any beacons or anything like that. Alright, so right away we're going to draft everyone. Mary, you know the drill. Open. Okay, not noticing anything suspicious yet, but I know how it goes. There's going to be a trap in one of these, I think, that creates a fire. No. Okay, I guess when we just open the casket, there's going to be an ambush. Alright, we found the casket. Now let's check this door. Unstable. Alright, ambushed. You know, I was expecting more. Is that it? They sent one after me? I'm honestly offended. Am I not worth the time and effort? Alright, well I guess open the casket. Alright. Okay, so they send one to attack you when you, Oh. Oh, they're going to try burning the body, so we can't get the mechanoid thing. I'm going to need you to, I guess, prioritize stopping the fire. Wanda, I'm going to need you here. Same with you, Mary. We need to save the mechanoid thing. Okay. Yeah, he's already at half health. So let's do that. Alright, just prioritize following up, Mary. Alright, we got everything. Dude can burn or something. He was a cannibal. He had a go juice addiction. Yeah, his body's still burning. Yeah, it's just completely gone. Oh, you were burned quite nicely there, I say. Well, nicely into the fact that it looks painful. Right, we'll place that. Wait, it requires more power than a wall lamp? No, no, it requires the same. I have no clue why I thought differently. Capybaras. Capybara. Capybara. I'm losing my brain. Alright, so looking at it, where's the mech link? I'm assuming they put it here. Yep. No, that's a sentient. There's the mech link. It's $500. Wow. Huh. Alright, so who do we want to be the next mechanoid person? Mary is kind of a sacrificial lamb in terms of foot soldier. However, Nord is one of our main combat people, so he could die easier. However, we can always just, you know, take it again. So I guess we have Nord as a mech. Noid? Nice. Wow, you broke the ship's window, but you gave us a constructoid. Okay. Dan is now sick with an infection. Prioritize healing and then preach health. Alright. So he should hopefully be able, yeah, he will definitely have more immunity. But yeah, it seems like whenever you equip a mechanoid mech link, it will give you a tier 1 for free. First time we got a lifter, and now we have a constructor. Constructoid? Yeah. Is there any uh, components? I'm not seeing any. Yeah, I see some here, but it's like all the way across the map, which won't be good if a raid pops up. However, one thing I do see a lot of is wood. So we are going to cut up some wood. And do I see any heal root? Not seeing any heal root. Fertility isn't great, except at the edge corner of the map. Right, we have 2 lifters, 1 cleaner, and a constructoid. We didn't need the constructoid, however, we're not going to get rid of it. It can die in combat, if it so desires. Gunsmithing, good. You know, for having a clean bot, it's struggling to maintain perfect cleanliness, I can tell. Hey, we're going to click uninstall on these shells, so maybe we'll take them into the base. Use them for something. Could put additional storage in there. This is all hopefully hopefully this will only be the case till we have the bunkers in our control. Which makes me think maybe I should build a few militaires, use them to go first into rooms if there's a hunter trap in that. For emergency. Okay, he's about to develop immunity, so he's good. I'm just gonna mine all the trees near me, in case if lightning strikes. Animal war call. Imagine if you could build a research mechanoid. Alright, so Wanda's kind of like the war master. She may not be able to do much, but she's able to do some. And since we have so many capybaras, let's get some food while we're here. Could potentially butcher's table. Make it out of wood, I guess. I can place it right here. And then get rid of this butchering spot to have up to 4 animal carcasses in the storage. Yeah, so just like that, we expanded the zone to 4 carcasses, which means if we kill a lot of big animals, we can just kind of hold on to them as like emergency food, I guess. Nord and Dan are having fun, I can tell. Dang. Oh, the muscle parasites probably aren't helping. Why are you in a bad mood? You ate raw food. Wait a minute. Oh my. I completely forgot. The way the machine was the way how I did the whole organization is they took the food from the paste dispensers and put it there. So they were just eating raw food for a short bit. My bad. So we're just making a huge list of animals to hunt. Nord and Dan are on it, since they're the ones with the guns. Celestial cruisers ready to launch again. Wait, why are you so slow? Oh, you got food poisoning from raw food. That would explain why you're so slow. I didn't even see the notifications of you getting food poisoning. The more you know. We are getting more food, which is good. You know what? I think I will make two Militors. And where are subcores? Do we have subcores? No, we have none made, which means we just have to do that. Toxic waste. The hope is we can eventually get those constructed now. He's not assigned to smithing while we have to... Now we can just have Dan craft the subcores. And then he can just like set up a queue for mech. Oh dear. Solar flare. One thing I did notice, solar flares don't necessarily affect you in space, of my knowledge. I think they still can, but last run when we were in space, a solar flare affected the Earth, and we were perfectly fine. Which was quite nice, I shall say. Alright, solar flares ending. Okay, but now the more I think about it, after I set up the bunker, we'll probably set up a hydroponics on the ship. let's take a look at this. So, quest. We have the village, orbital drone hack, acolyte, strange signal, ancient stockpile, and abandoned orbital platform. Alright, so taking a look, a gander here. Where is this abandoned ancient stockpile? Oh, okay, it was right in front of me and I was just not able to see it. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go there. And the way we're gonna do this is we'll probably land next to it, but set up the grav anchor. The monkeys in the yeah. No. No, the fox developed the plague. Okay. Guess it's prepared to launch. Yeah, a lot of them don't seem to be happy about us, dropping waste wherever we go. A toxic lake? Alright, let's take a look at what we got here since we're going to be here for a little bit. Amazing defensive positions. Several... Oh! No! I didn't... Did I click it? I was scrolling around and it must have done that. No biggie. We're not going to be here for a long time. However, we are going to set up some farms on the amazing soil we have. And then we're going to select it for heal route. Expand it. If everything goes according to plan and we don't have to run away, it'll be probably the best. It'll give us medicine for a while. Where there is a hive there. But they shouldn't bother us as long as we don't go in the cave. This cave system has no enemies, so we are going to click mining on the components. Abandoned station. Oh, gold ore. We'll mine that. But yeah, this would be an amazing colony for defensive purposes. Just wall that off, and have them come through the caves. Well, and wall the, or just wall here, 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 here. Either way would work, I would think. Okay, we have wildlife. We can hunt the alpacas and the turkeys. The crows will try taming for obvious reasons. Okay, but the one thing I've thought about is if I'm staying here long term, it might be worth setting up a wall. Because we have the trees just to grab more, but just setting up some defensive positions, worst case scenario. Yeah, we'll do that. Sure, it won't be perfect, of course. No, and I think they updated the AI that they can now just attack you anyways. But it will lower down the amount of space they can come in, so we can take them one by one in this artificially made kills, well, defensive position, I guess. Builds a wall, pulls out gun, and starts shooting animal. Oh, this would be amazing, actually, as a defensive position. If this was covered by rock, you would have your own little cave-in. Alright, how... That's a lot of bluebirds you got there. And they're gonna come over from there. There's not a wall there. So... Ooh, Nord, you're out there. Everything was fine till I saw that they were going into that general direction. I did not know Nord was, you know, out and about. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, you can just punch them when they die? Oh, Nord's going to be devoured. Come on, save Nord. Dude's been pecked so many times. Dude got so freaking injured. His entire body is filled with beaks. Oh, poor Nord. That's some serious damage they did to him. Dave, I want you to prioritize tending Tim, because he's gonna die otherwise, and we need him. They I'm actually kind of shocked he managed to fight all of them off. Not effectively, but he still fought them off. Well, that was a bit crazy. Oh, and it gets better. Wanda and Mary, I have a mission for you too. Wanda, you got bitten. Gonna, just finish the job on it. Yeah, we have so much meat. Feral child wanders in. Yumi. Amazing combat, but also a Hussar. Hussars have a go-juice dependency at the... usually it would say for a Hussar. Yes. I remember seeing when it... Okay, so it takes place at 13. So she's about to get a go-juice dependency. So we are not gonna, try taming her, I guess. We'll just let her do what she does. Dude was just brutalized. But I think an aggro hand might work. But the thing is, if we rely on the mechanoids at the bunker, we're either Nord or Dan are going to have to stay behind. Dan is the main intellect, so research-wise, he would be a potentially good person. Nord, on the other hand, psychically dull, hard worker, a frozen terraformer. Where is this? That's a farther journey. It might be worth checking out, though, before the bunker. Because I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do the whole bunker thing. Okay, so it seems like Nord has to be assigned to smithing in order to make mechanoids. Which I guess makes sense. You can also set his priority for cooking as high as hunting, and since we, don't actually cook, it will be set basically as butchering. Yeah, we've hunted so much, we have so much food. However, power is starting to fluctuate. Why are you... Are these using power? Oh, it resets every time we travel to a new place. That's kind of annoying. I think with hunting we can remove hunting since we... Oh, I'm not noticing. Chose to try hunting one of the whatchamacallit. Wait, you can hunt the feral child? Why would you do that? But with that, we have people prepping more grow root, hopefully. We've tamed a crow named Crow 1. Soon we'll have a Agrahand. Okay, so the first grow root we grown is already 1/4 the way. However, its growth time is normally at like just 100 is 7 days. However, I believe that's if it had direct sunlight the entire time. So it requires about 14 days maybe. Hence why we're getting an Agrahand to help start the process. The Runship of Solus. Oh, they are imps. And since we don't have a wall here, they're just going to go for here. So maybe they'll go into the hive. Nord we can't really rely on due to his injuries. Yep. Predictable. Right, we're gonna set the people up here. Okay, they just killed them using their fire ability. How good is this guy? He's alright, I guess. Alright, well, we have one prisoner room, and shockingly, you survived. Um, we don't have the medical supplies for you. Oh, one of the Lotus survived. Well, and come back. Dave isn't going to be able to deal with it. There we go. I'm done for. Abraham is almost done. 5 hours, 4 hours. I'm hoping this will give us enough medicine for a while, that we don't have to worry about running out. Alright, now it's going straight to... Okay. We can cancel the tree chopping, since shockingly it didn't cost that much to really build the walls. Okay. Yeah, there's some good steel here. But there's steel, like, everywhere. Yeah, like right here. We currently don't need steel. Or at least we don't need more at the moment. Mainly because we aren't doing any major starship construction. Okay, I'm gonna build a large chem fuel and see how much that is. Like how much it can store. Because if it can store the equivalent of 500, I can get rid of these chem fuels. Okay, it actually contains a lot more. So we are going to eject fuel and deconstruct these. Because this alone can hold a lot more. So we can build probably like another one here. Right? And that was fine limestone. Do we have limestone? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no. But we have a lot of marble. So I guess we can build some marble tiles right here. This can hold the equivalent of 3 small tanks, and it only uses up basically the space of 2. Technically, if you count like this part, but another tank. Tortoise meat has rotted away in storage. Yep, that will do it. I'm gonna tell you to extinguish that fire before it gets big. Alright? Also, kind of forgot, it's raining, so it shouldn't have anything to really worry about. A visitor? Yeah, so they're able to open doors now. If they're not, even if they're not part of the colony. So looking here. Hmm. Can sell you these. And in return, we are going to buy your medicine. There we go. Oh dear. That's a potential risk to our crops. Alright, it looks like he's going over to deal with it. Thankfully, it started raining. We're almost halfway with the first planted crops. But hey, don't hunt my crow, child. You killed my crow and ate it. I am going to have this mega sloth devour you. No, no. It's not that big of a deal. Nord, are you being beaten up by a wild teenager? Look at all the bruises you're getting. Jesus. Yeah, you got beaten by a child. How, tell me, how does that even happen? That child deserved what she got. No one attacks micros and gets away with it. Alright, the mega project for Heal Root is almost done. It'll be, if we harvest it all, it looks like it's going to be over 250 Heal Root, which that will be enough medicine to last us an extremely long time. We are making some military bots for the underground bunkers. Alright, so it seems Mary has a good chance to romance Dave or Dan compared to their like 1% chance. Right, now we have military bots. But now, since we're using up a lot of wood for biofuel, we'll mine up some more. We'll queue up it. Timeless one? A little unsure how to feel about that. Super immune and body mastery. Doesn't need food, sleep, or comfort. Interesting. Dave, why are you so far away? Oh, you're probably mining. Never mind. You talk to her. Wince is barely more than a child, but in her thoughtful eyes you sense an ancient wisdom. When she speaks, the words seem to come from an unnatural knowledge of endless time. She says that the stars brought her here to fulfill her destiny. She wants to stay with you and help. Her eyes are pure white. Using local folk knowledge, she has mastered her metabolic and rhythms. At least that's what she claims. Wince never sleeps and doesn't need to eat, though her eyes you see a primal hunger. She may be useful, but there's something she might not be telling you. She probably would betray us, if I'm being honest with you. Because we've been recently having good luck with them not betraying us, but I have a feeling she plans on betraying us. Hmm. Could send her away. But the help would definitely be nice. Alright, we'll let her in, I guess. We'll allow her to join. Since she doesn't need to sleep, we can change her schedule to just be recreation during those hours. So hopefully try making her, her mood a good mood. Because maybe if they're in a good mood, they won't try betraying us. Psychic Soothe for females. Nord is still recovering from the child. But the child got what they deserved. This is why you do not eat someone's pet crow. They take it personally if you didn't know. Oh, a meteorite of pure gold. Me wants. Forget about that. Mine the gold. Doing this all manually to kind of force him to mine at the gold before anything else. Therefore, the lifters can easily just grab it. Because the gold and jade is basically our currency with the large trade ships when they come in, of course. Alright, and like that, he's been queued up for the entire golden asteroid. Alright, there's a party. Wait, Dave, you're throwing a party, but you're not going to even attend because you are busy? How crazy. It's almost like you're being controlled by someone who, wants you to mine this first. Oh, right. Basically, everyone likes Mary due to the fact she's beautiful. That asteroid gave us so much gold, jeez. Well, if we still have it next time the royal tax collector comes in, I guess we're going to give him some. Looks like some of the heal roots reaching half growth stage. Profit structure. Huh. I could just do it for the goodwill and then lose some goodwill for when I leave. Nah, not worth it. But yeah, I do want to say this run has been really lucky for us. As of right now. I'm saying as of right now because it could easily backfire. Me saying that. Okay, do we have any steel within close distance? Yep, this one. I want you to mine it. Because we actually are using a lot of steel. Oh, crumbling mind? Okay, so Wince is her crumbling mind. Oh, that's... We don't even have a healer mech serum. So I guess our eternal person will just become like a normal drone. Because it's on a like a time limit. Here I thought she was going to betray us, but I guess not. Unless if it results in her dying and then sight stealers. Exotic goods. Wait, is your intellect not as good as Dave's, but guys, why don't you come on in? Apparently you know how to open a door, so why don't you? Alright. Looking at it. A bionic arm. Gold we can sell. They apparently have Glitter World medicine and advanced components. We can buy the advanced components and the Glitter World medicine. However, I'm kind of sad not to see the thing we need. Okay, they don't have that much, so... Okay, it was only like 14 gold silver we lost from that deal. I feel bad for Wince having your mind crumble. I did not know that was an outcome for the people who can join. Now I feel kind of bad. Because if we were able to cure her, it might... she would probably be like the best colonist because she would be able to do everything. But uh, mech serum, I've never even heard of that. So it's like very exotic, and the exotic goods trader did not have it. I could kill her and use the resurrect mech serum. No, I can... Okay. They'll be incapable of most work. Okay. I'm going to save and do a little test here. I'm not sure if they are talking about... Okay, no. Alright. So, it just kind of doesn't give you the option. Which makes sense. Makes sense lore-wise. We are finally stockpiled chem fuel after, you know, a long time. Okay, looks like they're... Wait, someone died? What happened? Girl was just living life and apparently died. Oh, they got into a fight because she or he apparently insulted Sergei's recreational preferences. He drove into a rage and killed her. Yeah, it's a her. Oh, I feel bad for that person. Imagine just you insult someone with how they like to relax and they end up just straight up killing you. Okay, we're gonna disallow sowing, so no more will be grown after it's harvested. Make basic subcore. Wait, mech things are assigned to a certain person? Guess so. I believe it's also possible to switch control. Yeah, assigned to overseer. We'll hunt 4 alpacas, since we will need the additional food just in case. Ah, right, the pollution's starting to actually become polluted. Yeah, it turns out we've got made a lot of toxic waste here, and the closest people to us are already hostiles, so maybe it won't cause any peaceful factions to hate us. And it looks like we're starting to harvest some of the heal root. We probably don't need it all, but we're going to harvest a decent amount, I want. Because we already have 42. And they have a lifespan, well, shelf life if they're not frozen. If I can just click on it. 2.5 years, give or take. Right. Dan has all 6. Oh, it's become permanent. Sage and the encampment. A tech proof? Eight tribes people. Huh. Okay. This is pretty high quality stuff. Maybe we won't harvest as much as we intended, because it's only 8 tribals and we have mechs, we have 3 combat ones, and then we have our overpowered people. However, her crumbling mine has become permanent. Oh, yeah, she can't do anything really. The only thing she can do is hunt, warden, and that. I feel bad. She's effectively just she can't even haul or clean. She can only handle and basic like stuff. Well, that's a shame. Okay, it does say there's turrets there, so I'm deciding on not doing the quest. Yeah, all she's capable of is hunting and handling, but she has a passion in, so I guess that'll work for her. And being a warden. So effectively, she's just good with animals, I guess. However, then again, she doesn't really have any needs. All she requires is recreation. So it's basically a free pawn, I guess, in the end scheme of things. Fire, firestorm, or was that a flash storm? It was definitely a flash firestorm thing. Okay, well she can still firefight. How did... No! Not Tomba. Wanta's gonna be devastated. She is. She's gonna be in a bad mood for 8 days. Well, 10 days. 20. Jeez. Fire doesn't play around. But then again, you did get attached to a crow, which those are very fragile. However, I completely understand. I think we might be good at on herbals right now. I think we'll... Okay, so we need to make this room cooler, I guess. Which we can do some tomfoolery, like a passive cooler. Because wood is currently plentiful. Exotic goods trader, trade ship. I swear, if this ship ends up having what Wince would have needed, I'm gonna flip. Okay. So looking at it, there's nothing really of value that we want. Well, besides the advanced components. Alright, so I guess let's sell 500, 250? Yeah, 250. So about half of it. Let's take a look at their things. Vertigo Pulse. A one-time use trains power. Alright. Let's buy that then. Oh my, that entire part of the map is just obliterated. Pollution is starting to get a little bit bad at the front door. Alright, I think it's time to... Ooh. As much as I want to leave, I guess I can't. Yeah, so we officially have 4 combat. Wait, we can choose colors for the mechs? Really? I didn't know you could do that. It looks like, yeah, like on the top part. Looks like we need another charger. So, we can set up one there as well. Blue fur, buffalo. Yeah, like we should be good for heal root for a a while. Right, and let's build another one right there. That way our mechanoids will be able to charge. Shockingly, I know. Right, all the mechanoids are charging. Oh geez, they were really low. Huh. Guess having one a day wasn't like good for them. However, I don't want to think about the toxic waste we will have. Right? With that, we are researching gun turrets. Gun turrets, we are probably going to make like some substructure outside the main doors and have a turret or two set up per door. Alright, we failed that quest. No biggie. Right, the mechanoids are hunting us down again. We're just getting some more wood just in case. Since we're gonna leave this place. Alright, we're being raided by quite the large amount. Oh, does Nord not have his rifle? Right, he Let's just haul you out of there. Okay, that fire is getting a little big. Thankfully, silver can't burn. Why are they never in the ship when I need to leave? Like, colonists, they need to be on the ship, but not those, apparently. Alright, animals. Alright, let's draft Wanda. Well, yeah, Wanda. Then the mechanoids, I'll draft them and tell them to go there. Then your mechanoids draft and tell them to go in the same location. Therefore, everyone's on the ship right now. Right. Come on, Mary. No, not the... Alright. Oh my, I could just leave without a colonist, I guess. Alright, we are airborne, but where to land? Let's see. I figured we should... Okay. Fort Howard. What's Fort Howard? Is it like an ancient harbor? Yeah, people aren't liking us due to our pollution from being mech people. Oh, okay, so it's like a old, ancient, like, base, I guess. Wow, they don't have a thing big enough for me. How could they? Grab nausea. Nothing too bad. Oh, so it looks like they stay drafted. Which is nice, but we can toggle to turn these off. Right, and then we can reopen these doors. Not seeing anything of real danger, but Win, since you're kind of bad off compared to everyone due to your brain dead nature, basically, we are going to have you check out it. Because I've never been to a landmark port. Oh, okay, so it's a bunch of beds with standing lamps. Yeah, it's just a bunch of beds. we are getting to a pretty long time. So let's just do this. Alright, so I do think we are going to end stream, but we are going to maybe raid someone. Let's take a look here. Huh. Yeah, I think we'll just, I guess, raid one of the people from this server I'm in. I've never actually watched one of their streams, but we're gonna, I guess, raid